Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Star Wars Wednesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Star Wars, the Black Series, the Book of Boba Fett, Pyke Soldier. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And first up, we've got some tape, a hook, and a little bit of a window to let some light in. Back to the classic packaging all the way now, I think. Star Wars The Black Series, nice big window showcasing the figure and his accessories. Star Wars The Book of Boba Fett, Pyke Soldier, assortment numbers. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Ages 4 and up, Hasbro print on the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode, also made in China print. Unless I didn't say that already. On this side, at the bottom, Star Wars The Black Series, and right above that, a stripe continuing around to the front, upwards at an angle around to the back, and that's pretty much it. On this side, some nice artwork of the Pyke Soldier, so very, very cool. Finally, on the back, Star Wars The Black Series, and then again we have that nice artwork of the Pyke Soldier, Star Wars The Black Series, Pyke Soldier. During the Clone Wars, the Pykes became the galaxy's preeminent spice dealers, funneling illicit substances to Coruscant's crime families. After Jabba the Hutt's death, they expanded their spice trade to encompass Tatooine. And then there it is again in some other languages, 07. In the Book of Boba Fett subline. Attention! Especially don't stick things in your French pie hole. Warning, attention, Octung, don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Includes figure and 2 accessories. Small print, fine print, legalese print, main China print, Disney print, and Hasbro print. That, my friends, completes our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first up we have handy dandy tweezers to help take a look at the accessories. And we'll start off with his rifle. I have to say it has nice molded details. I can't say that I remember whether this looks like the one from the show or not. I don't know. I didn't pay it that much attention. But I will say it does have nice molded details. And look here on the back, it must kick pretty good because it's got a recoil pad on it. But overall, I have to say that's pretty nice. Molded in one color of plastic and no paint amp. Same with this blaster pistol. And again, nice molded details to it. It looks like just like the handle part of a M16 or something. I'm not sure. But it definitely looks like it was built to be, you know, you could put extensions on it and make it a rifle. So that's pretty good. Just not this rifle. So there's that. Now let's take a look at the figure himself. And I mean, look at this helmet paint apps. It's very, very cool looking. Very, very cool looking. And we've got some paint apps going on down here on the overlays, or the overlay. Some paint apps up here on the overlay. And I just keep coming back to that helmet. It's just really, really cool looking. It's got, you know, that gold overall paint amp on it, because it looks like a paint amp. It does not look like it's molded in that gold plastic with the swirly twirlies and all that. And then, so maybe it's some type of inkjet like they normally use on the faces, but I'm not sure. But you know, I'm not necessarily going to call these designs, and maybe it's just where the paint has flaked, but it could be designs. And then these pieces right here as well. And then on the belt we've got some paint apps. And then it looks like everything else is molded in color. Oh, this part might be a paint app, or it could just be a separate piece. It's hard to tell. It doesn't move, so if it's a separate piece, it is glued in there. Let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that high. He can look down that far. And it looks like this whole piece down here moves. So, that's pretty cool. No chicken neck. A little bit of waggle. He can do the full exorcist at the shoulders. Does have a 360 degree rotation, and I thought there was a butterfly in there, but it doesn't seem like there is. So at the elbow, single hinge and swivel. Swivels around 360 degrees and gives you a pretty good bit better than 90 degrees of bend there. 360 degree rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and on the other side is an up and down hinge, and they're both trigger finger hands. So then he does have, appears to be a ball joint at the waist. Gives him all kinds of hula. He can lean left and right. He can lean back slightly. He can lean forward that far. And he does have a 360 degree rotation there as well. At the hips, because of this lower overlay, he only gives you that much of the splits. He can only kick forward that far. And back a couple of steps. Let's see. There is a cut at the upper thigh, I think. Yeah. So it will give you, with a little difficulty, 360 degrees worth of rotation. And then single hinge and swivel at the knee, swivels around 360 degrees and gives you that much bend. No boot cut. At the ankle, tilts down that far, so that's really good. And then up that far, so that's not bad either. And then forward facing pin for rocker. And as far as weapon storage, he has 2 guns and 2 hands, one for each hand. And that, my friends, is a look at the Pyke Soldier and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have Star Wars, the Black Series, the Book of Boba Fett's Pyke Soldier, along with Star Wars, the Black Series, the Book of Boba Fett's Cobb Vanth from the Cobb Vanth and Cad Bane Target exclusive 2-pack, and Star Wars, the Black Series, the Book of Boba Fett himself. For our final set of comparisons, here we have Star Wars, the Black Series, the Book of Boba Fett's Pyke Soldier, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee, from G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander, from Star Wars, the Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison, from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on Star Wars, the Black Series, the Book of Boba Fett, Pyke Soldier, I have to say, I did not buy this because he was in the Book of Boba Fett. I bought this mainly because of their Clone Wars appearance, and this is the first time a Pyke has really been available in the Black Series. So that's why I got this. It had nothing to do with Book of Boba Fett, although if this had been the guy's only appearance was in Book of Boba Fett, I probably would have picked up anyway, because it's just, I like the design, I like the colors on it, and I think it's you know, impressive looking. Not necessarily, you know, there's some range of movement issues like in the hips. The overlay, of course, hinders a lot of the movement. But the paint apps, especially on the helmet or faceplate, whatever you want to refer to it as, you know, I think are really, really good. And, you know, this guy does look like his appearances in the show. And, you know, it for me, it also works as Clone Wars, which is the main reason I picked it up. Because I wanted some Pykes. You know, I didn't have any, so I wanted one. So, I have one now. Awesome. So, again, I think the faceplate, the paint apps there are spectacular. I think the mold is really, really good. And I think it's a really good figure. Other than, again, you know, the overlay, the lower overlay, hindering some of the hip and leg range of movement. And the fact that he comes with 2 weapons, I think that's pretty cool. So, you know, you can use him as multiple guys, since he's a soldier. You know, you can use him with the rifle, you can use him with the pistol, and, you know, whatever flies your starship, I suppose. But again, overall, no matter what you think of the Book of Boba Fett, this is a pretty cool figure. And, you know, it's a character that can fit in other places and in other displays if you wish it to. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you're interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow. Or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.